Hi everybody and welcome to my channel Moki Doki. Today I will be showing you how to make my favorite Bermudian chicken curry. It is a pretty simple dish to make and only uses a few ingredients, which makes it a cost-effective meal, yet it is quite delicious like no other curry you have ever tasted before. For those of you who do not know where Bermuda is, it is a tiny island situated about 500 miles off Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, but it is not part of the United States. Feel free to ask any questions in the comment box below, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Now let's get started. The ingredients you will need are 4 to 5 chicken thighs, about 2 pounds, 2 medium onions chopped, 2 to 3 cloves of garlic minced. You will notice that I am using the pre-minced garlic. If you are also using this, please use 1 teaspoon per clove. So for this recipe, you will use 2 to 3 teaspoons of it. 1 large can of diced tomatoes with juice. You may also use 1 to 2 tomatoes diced and 1 cup of water if you prefer all fresh ingredients, which I normally do, but for this I prefer to use canned tomatoes. Some flour for dusting the chicken, about a half a cup, 2 to 3 tablespoons Jamaican curry powder. I like to use Grace, just make sure it is not the plain curry spice that you find in the spice rack in grocery stores. Jamaican curry is a blend of spices and it makes a world of difference, so you definitely don't want to make that mistake. Salt and pepper to taste. I always prefer to use seasonal and cayenne pepper, but you can use whatever you prefer. 1 to 2 tablespoons of cooking oil or butter, whichever you prefer. Cut off the ends of each onion, making sure that you do not cut the full length through so that you can pull the skin off with each end. It makes it much easier to peel the entire onion at the end. I'm wearing gloves because onions sometimes can be very acidic and burn your skin, so I'm wearing gloves to protect my hands. The easiest way to peel an onion is to peel the outermost layer along with it, because sometimes the skin does not completely form on the outside, so you have to peel that layer off too sometimes. Take your knife and glide it down the center of the outside ring of the onion. Then peel where you cut and it'll come right off. Just like that. Make sure to wash both onions before you cut them up. The easiest way to cut each onion is to cut down the center lengthwise, place the flat end down, taking a sharp knife, glide it along the center lengthwise as I show in this video, and carefully cut slices down, making sure that you don't go all the way to the back of the onion. And then you cut the cubes. The last little bit you just chop at the end. And then you take your cubes of onion and put them into a container. Now let's get started with the chicken. First, you're going to remove the skin before you do anything with it. To do this, simply slide your thumb under the skin and pull it off. It comes off very easily with little effort. You can also wear protective gloves while you're dealing with raw meat because there is issues with bacteria and salmonella, but I never wear gloves. Also, you want to make sure before you do anything with the chicken to rinse it off. In this bowl, I have the flour and also I sprinkled in some curry powder, about a teaspoon, just so that the batter can cook into the chicken when I first start to fry it. While you're peeling the chicken, have a medium-sized pan heating up with the oil or butter, whichever you chose, heating up in the pan so that it will be ready after you flour the chicken. To dust the chicken, gently toss it in the flour so that it is evenly covered with a thin layer of flour. There's no need to use eggs or anything that will bind extra flour together because we're not trying to get a crust on the chicken. It's just for a thin layer. When you place the chicken in the pan, make sure that what would be the skin side is facing down first. When you place it into the pan, it should sizzle. If it does not, take it out of the pan and just let the oil heat up in the pan a little bit longer before you replace it into the pan. Let the chicken brown on both sides for about 2 to 3 minutes. In the meantime, get a small cup and mix together the curry powder, salt, and pepper so that you can sprinkle it over the chicken. Move the chicken to one side of the pan and add the onion. Let it fry for 2 to 3 minutes and sprinkle the curry powder mixture over the top. Mix in the curry powder well and then add the can of tomatoes or chopped tomatoes, whichever you chose, and let it simmer for 1 hour or until chicken is tender. This is what it looks like when it's done cooking. You can serve it with rice, mashed potatoes, really whatever starch you want to. Mine I serve with yellow saffron rice and mixed vegetables. You can choose to put gravy over the chicken or over everything. Typically, I like to eat it in a bowl, sort of like a soup. I hope you like my recipe for Bermudian chicken curry. Thank you for stopping by and sharing your time with me. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and I look forward to seeing you again. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye.